Yes, I'm talking about equity financing. And today we have people from Mastermind and JPIN. Uh, it's my honor, pleasure to introduce my very close friend, Mr. Chartered Accountant Manish Ladge. I have known him for last about 35 years or more. He's a chartered accountant, started his career in 1980 as a CA student with our Kachi firm, Tushar Bhai Dedia. I do not know whether he is here. He was to come. Okay, he's not there. So he did his articleship with our Kachi Tushar Bhai Dedia. He has been practicing as a CA in tax, auditor, advisor, investment banker, and philosopher and guide to many small and medium companies, high net worth individuals and business owners. Till date, he has himself and with a network of HNIs very successfully invested in around 20 unlisted SME companies and has also been instrumental in helping them raise more than 2,000 crores by way of debt or equity to grow their business. He himself, along with other investors who have invested in these SME companies, have made exceptionally high returns on his investments, and I'm very much aware about that. लेकिन उसकी पार्टी बाकी है. Apart from professional life, he is also a very dedicated social worker. He is a trustee of Lions Club of Thane North Charitable Trust, which runs 7 medical centers in Thane city on no profit basis. He is also the Vice District Governor of Lions International in the central Mumbai suburbs, Thane, Navi Mumbai and Raigad district, carrying out various social activities in these areas. That's about Manish Ladge. And at the same time, I'd also like to introduce Mr. Nayan Gala. We are seeing here the logo of JPIN, who are recently tied up for an AIF product with Mastermind. Mr. Nayan Gala, he is the founder of JPIN. With over a decade of experience in leadership, strategy, and business development, Nayan, who is the founder of JPIN, the world's most trusted startup investment banking platform. This is what they call. And for your information, when they are calling as the world's most trusted, though they have recently started a branch in India, they are based out of London. And that's why that global this thing. And happy to know again the Kachi and from Gam Nani Khakar, where I'm also from Nani Khakar. A seasoned angel investor and a venture capitalist in early stage business, Nayan comes with deep sector knowledge of energy, healthcare, media, and real estate. Prior to JPIN, he has demonstrated a history of serving in leadership roles in multiple eminent organizations. He has given a very brief background about himself, but I'm sure when he talks, we will come to know about his experience and what he has been doing sitting in London. So thank you. Let us welcome Mr. Manish Ladge and followed by later on Mr. Nayan Gala. Over to you.
Thank you, Mukesh, for that wonderful brief introduction. And yes, we know each other for last more than 3 decades. We have, I think, qualified around the same time. And from there, he took up a field on specializing in something. I kept on carrying out my passion of working very closely with SMEs. That's my focus area. I keep saying that SME is the next growth story in India. They are going to be something which we all will have to look at. And yes, my background wise, I did my chartered accountancy training under Tushar Bhai Dedia, who is also a Kachi. So, thoda bolte hain वाणियागिरी थोड़ी थोड़ी आवी गई छे मारामा. So that is what where we are. So I learned a lot of things from him and from there, and he only taught me one thing. After qualifying from there, there was no way that I could have worked with someone. It was always that, he did not, he taught us to be on our own and never listen to someone. So never listen to means when we go to the income tax department, one day, a small experience what I wanted to give. In income tax department, we were there and I was with him as a junior, and one lady officer was shouting at a chartered accountant for coming late by 15 minutes. And my boss, Dedia sir, told me, never allow this to happen in your life ever. If something like this happens, just close the file, walk out of that cabin. We are not their servants. They make us sit for 2 hours outside the cabin, income tax cabin. Then they don't apologize, and then this senior chartered accountant is here, come for 15 minutes late. And so that's where things change for our mindset, that yes, we need to do something on our own where we are going. Today I'm going to talk about power of equity. Our Amit ji has already briefed us what debt can do, how different debts can be raised. But what is also important is the power of equity. At some stage, you stop at certain level of debt, then you feel that there is a necessity of equity to grow your business. Many a times I have realized, even in your Kutchi community, even in lot of businesses, family-owned businesses, they feel that equity दे दिया इन्हें, किसी के हाथ में हमने धंधा दे दिया. Please understand, this is not true. If you want to grow your business, we are all talking about 10x. Your whole theme is about 10x, and 10x can only be achieved when there is a proper mix of debt and equity. Only debt cannot take you there, only equity cannot take you there. Why I am saying only equity cannot take you there? Because if you try to raise too much of equity, you will start getting diluted too much. So at different stages you have to get to equity. And if you depend only on debt, you will have all those limitations that we all understood just now, collateral, this, that, everything. And there are, for certain things, there are debt which is not available, and which is where it is necessary that we get in. So today we are going to focus on two things. One, role of equity finance in your business. That is one. And second, how your personal net worth can grow with unlisted equity investments as an asset class. Why in your investment portfolio that you may have surplus money, some may need money for their business. That is where we will talk about role of equity finance. Second, there may be some people who have surplus money and you may be investing in various segments. So why investing in unlisted equity should also be considered as one of your asset investment class, as a product that you should have in your portfolio. So as I said, MSMEs are the backbone of our economy, who will lead to the next Indian growth story. And I'm firmly believing this. Last 27 years, we are focused with SME, working with them, helping them grow their businesses. And believe me, I have done many companies where we have worked together. Out of that, invested in at least 20 plus companies with a group of HNIs like you who have associated with me over these years, and we have put in money and we have grown. I'll share some examples with you. I will not talk about SME industry. Our Amit ji has already spoken about it. You all are aware about SME industry, what SME is, where it is leading. Only thing, the growth of SME is highly pitched. Budget allocation last year, if you see 2021, the budget allocation was 7,600 crores specifically for MSME. In 2022, it was increased double to 15,700. So there is a very clear focus government is having, that they want to ensure that a lot of money goes into SME. They have created a fund for 10,000 crores to be invested as equity in MSME, but not direct equity. It is to a fund that they have created which will fund other funds which will be worth 50,000 crores. So imagine 50,000 crores of fund available to be invested in MSME through private equity. That's the strength government is also looking at, and the target for share of export of MSME is likely to reach to almost 60% going forward. Amit ji has already, Amit's top challenges of MSME, and the first one definitely comes is lack of finance, infrastructure problems, scarcity of resources. When I say resources, it could be various types of resources, manpower resources, technical resources, underutilization of capacity because of funding not being available at right time, lack of technology, you are not able to upgrade your technologies. These are the problems of everyone. I think most of you will have you will have to keep on upgrading your technology, and where you will need finance and lack of marketing assistance. When I mean lack of marketing assistance, what I mean is simple, that you are not able to take the risk of hiring highly paid professionals who can focus on marketing for you. You depend on your own self, you depend on your own contacts to do business, but when you want to hire someone, कोई 25 लाख 50 लाख 1 करोड़ की सैलरी देने की बात आ गई तो हम लोग हिम्मत नहीं कर सकते हैं. That is the problem of MSME, and I will exactly deal with this when I give you 2 examples of people who have grown by taking some equity finance. So only solution to this is timely finance is the solution. Debt and equity are the 2 sources of finance, which Amit is also mentioning that. And now challenges in raising finance, what is there? The first challenge which Amit also, I keep telling because a lot of things Amit has already covered, is lack of commitment to build a strong balance sheet. We all know, जब तक पैसा अपने कम्युनिटी से मिल रहा था, अपने को बैलेंस शीट की जरूरत ही नहीं थी. आज फ़ोन किया, पैसा आ गया, अपना काम हो गया. But then if every time you have to go to the community and money is not available there, then you will go to the bank. And unless and until your documents, balance sheet, मैं जब बात कर रहा हूँ, balance sheet means any financial statements, like Amit said, that your GST return should show that. So if you are doing cash business, it will not show there. If you are not showing profits, it will not show there. So that is very important, that we have to have a commitment to build a strong balance sheet. Lack of collateral, absence of detailed business plan. There is another problem that we don't know कि हमको पैसा चाहिए कितना, हमको ग्रो करना है, 10x ग्रो करना है, 10x ग्रो करना है, तो मेरा बिजनेस प्लान किधर है? What am I going to need to do get to that 10x level? So I need to have a proper business plan to ensure that I reach to that goal. And inability to access accurate fund requirements. Exactly पैसा चाहिए कितना मुझे? वो कैलकुलेशन कोई तो बैठ के करना पड़ेगा. Your CA will do it or someone else will do it. And unable to articulate the and substantiate fund requirement. आप बोलोगे मुझे 10 करोड़ चाहिए, तो क्यों चाहिए 10 करोड़? किसके लिए चाहिए 10 करोड़? Then there is a solution कि 10 करोड़ में से equity कितना होना चाहिए और debt कितना होना चाहिए. That we can. But then first is important is that we should have this numbers with us. Coming to equity. We all know equity में there are this set of people, angel investors. अगर हमने किसी ने भी equity अगर raise किया है, first step comes is that we would have gone to friends. आप पैसा डालोगे क्या? And most of the time our own friends are first one to be averse. अरे ये तो पैसा मांगने को आया मेरे पास में, इक्विटी वो भी मांगने को आया, तो मैं कैसे जाऊं, किसके पास जाऊं, क्यों जाऊं? So there are outside angel investors who are professionally understanding equity business. They are ready to put in investment in equity. So small amounts from 50 lakhs to 2 crores, 3 crores, 4 crores, you will be able to avail from angel investors. There are dedicated venture capital funds which will also be ready to give you. The amount can be anything from 2 crores to 25 crores, 50 crores, 100 crores. And then there are large private equity players who can even you write a check of 1,000 crores for a big investment. And then you have, for SMEs, there is an SME IPO. For bigger companies, there are the main board IPOs which are always there. Thus, what I say is adequate and timely equity funding will help SMEs grow multifold in coming years. आप जब 10x की growth की बात करते हैं, that is the only way. Which example I want to give with these 2 examples. This was a company, Noble Hygiene. 12 years back in 2010, they approached me. They were importing adult diapers. There is a very famous brand in India called Friends Adult Diapers. They were importing from Indonesia and China, and they were selling in India across the country with few distributors. They came to us. If you see there, down in 2010, the turnover was 27 crores only. Most of you are in that bracket where you have a turnover of this range, 10 crores, 15 crores, 25 crores, 30 crores, 50 crores. In 2010, they were only importers and resellers. branding, packaging in their own brand and selling. 27 crores turnover. They said, he only said one thing: I want to set up a manufacturing plant only for the reason that I want to control my quality. Moment there is a competition, I try to reduce the price for purchase price from my buyer, from my supplier, they reduce the quality, they don't say no. So if I have to control my quality, only then I will be able to sustain in the market. He wanted to have his own manufacturing plant. That time we helped them raise equity from ourselves. We put in money with a group of friends like you all. We arranged 8 crores of equity in them. We valued the company at that time at 32 crores. From there, they have never looked back. In 2013, so what we did was a combination of 8 crores of equity, 13 crores of term loan, 7 crores of working capital. So not the entire money of 25, 30, 28 crores, that was 30 crores that was required, was raised through equity. Why? Because that helped them to restrict the dilution to a minimal. Had they taken entire 30 crores, valuation of 32 crores, and you take 30 crores of equity, that means first day mein 50% dilute ho gaye hote. What they did was just a small amount as equity, balance debt. 2013, we helped them raise another round of equity from a private equity investors at a valuation of 120 crores. Then in 2015, another set of private equity investor came in at a valuation of 326 crores. And last year, both these private equity exited at a valuation of 1,050 crores. During this tenure, in just 10, 11 years, the company has grown from 27 crores turnover to 750 crores last year. And just 2 days back, they have raised one more round of funding at a valuation of 2,000 crores, 150 crores they have raised. Why I am saying this? This is a classic story. Had they depended, and in the meantime, in this whole story of growth from 27 crores to 750 crores of turnover, how much money they have raised? Leave aside the 150 crores they have raised now, because they are setting up a new plant to grow to maybe 2,000 crores turnover. Otherwise, they had raised just 8 crores, 25 crores and 31 crores in these 3 rounds. But that helped them. But 8 करोड़ लिया तो जैसा उन्होंने बताया 2 times more equity डेट ले सके, 25 करोड़ लिया तो और 50 करोड़ का डेट ले सके, और फिर प्रॉफिट जितना आया उतना और डेट ले सके. So they have always tried to leverage and have a good combination of debt and equity. They started with 2 machines. They are today 13 machines, each machine costing 20 crore rupees. 10 रुपए का डायपर और 50 रुपए का डायपर. बेबी डायपर में 10 रुपए का बिकता है, अडल्ट डायपर 50 से 60 रुपए का बिकता है. This person does not give a single rupee credit to any distributor. 100% advance payment. That is the strength that the company has today. Valuation of 2,000 crores, and going forward in 2 years, they will come out with an IPO at a valuation of not less than 3,500 to 4,000 crores, because they will be almost 1,300 to 1,400 crores turnover by that time. So this is an equity. What has happened? The valuation of the company from 32 crores has grown to 2,000 crores. That means there is a growth of almost 60 times in the value of the company. 60x. We are talking about 10x. Value has grown 60x. What has happened to the promoter's net worth? Correct? Or the investors who have put in money, like me, like others who have put in money at various stages. 60x company has grown. At that time, 32 crores jab valuation tha, the promoter was holding 100%. At 2,000 crores, he is still holding 48% equity in the company. That means he is worth more than 1,000 crores today. What is better? Had he taken only, he had not taken equity, he had not grown to this size, he had debt ले लेके इतना बड़ा business हो ही नहीं सकता था. It was impossible. Only with the strength of equity, he could hire people. Today, he has a CFO who gets almost 80 lakhs, 1 crore salary. He has a marketing manager whom he pays 1.5 crores of salary. This would not have been possible. Second example, we all know the promoter is going to be here after some time. Wellness Forever, you are seeing all these pharmacy chains. I sat with them for 8 months discussing their growth plans. They were very, very averse, like most of you, to take equity to grow their business. Very averse. नहीं equity लेने से क्या हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा. But then their vision was very clear. They wanted to grow multifold. They were 25 stores or 26 stores at that time in 2014 when I first met them. 24 स्टोर. मैंने बोला आप देखिए, आप अपने पैसे से आप ग्रो करना चाहते हैं, ग्रो कर सकते हैं. You will keep adding 5 stores, 10 stores. Every store they will need for money for paying deposit, which no bank is going to give them money. Am I right? Deposit के लिए तो कोई पैसा नहीं देने वाला है. Furniture के लिए yes, 60%, 70% दे देंगे. Working capital yes, partly own margin के लिए लगेगा. How many, and every time they will ask for a collateral security. How many times, how much money you will be able to raise with your own sources? I said, unless and until you, and then you need money for branding, you need money for advertisement, you need money for hiring technology, IT infrastructure. They have one of the best IT infrastructure available today in this industry, where at a click of button, they can tell you, मुकेश देडिया ने पूरे कौन से स्टोर में जाके कितना कितना सामान खरीदा है लास्ट 6 मंथ्स में या 1 साल में या 5 साल में, किस टाइप की दवा खरीदते हैं, किस टाइप के वेलनेस प्रोडक्ट खरीदते हैं. दे हैव दैट एनालिसिस इफ दे वांट टू डू दैट. दैट इज डाटा एनालिटिक्स व्हिच यस. They have the data. Once they have your number, the entire data is available. कौन से स्टोर में और आपका ट्रेंड क्या है, बार बार आप क्या खरीदते हो. They can go one step further and say that आप you are suffering from this diseases, या ये आपका है ट्रेंड है, हम लोग आपको हेल्प कर सकते हैं और कुछ कर सकते हैं. That's the one. So from 24 stores, they have crossed 300 stores now. Valuation at that time, we helped them raise money, the first set of money at 12 crores. We put in money with a group of investors like us at a valuation of 112 crores. After that, multiple rounds have happened. In 2016, one round has happened, 18, one round has happened, 2020, one round has happened. At various stages, different investors have come in, including our Poonawalla group is holding almost 20% in the company today. And the valuation last year, Alana Group from Dubai has put in almost 150 crores at a valuation of 1500 crores. And they have already got an approval for IPO at a valuation of close to 3000 crores, but then they are debating whether to go for an IPO now or defer it for some more time. But then they will be raising some 200 plus odd crores now. They have crossed 300 stores. Their vision is to take this to 1000 stores. Now, this is not possible pure with debt money. The company's valuation has grown 30x, which obviously means that investors, though the company valuation has grown 30x, but then the investors would have got at least 15x returns. Like investors like me have got more than that return, 15, 16, 16x in last, 8 years. That's the money, that power of equity, that is what I'm talking about. So there is this matrix, I like this matrix very much. Our friend from Nayan Gala has given me this matrix and I loved this. Risk versus returns in various investment options. It starts from lowest, where, cash, if you have cash with you, that is the safest. It is not going to earn you returns or a very nominal return. So low return and the risk is lowest there. Next is treasury bond, short-term bond, long-term bond, fixed asset, real estate. So as you move forward, cryptocurrency, if you see, the risk is most, and so in between there is something called small cap equity, and there is something called venture debt, venture capital. All these are places where you will find this small cap equity is where you fit in. There has to be in your product portfolio. You cannot keep, if you are an investor somewhere, you cannot keep your money in cash, entire money. You cannot keep your entire money in cryptocurrency. You will have to adjust in these various asset class some of your portfolio. So if you have a surplus money of 10 crores to be invested, there has to be some money put in various asset classes so that you can average your risk and your returns. That is what I wanted to mention here. Our past investment track record, as I said, we have been avid investor in a lot of SME unlisted companies. So idea is today we are talking about two things. One, that as an SME, you have an option to raise money through equity and grow what your vision of 10x is there. You can also be as an investor into a fund like ours, where we are raising funds, where these are some examples that we have done. In Noble, we have made 40x, we have made already 17x till last year. And by the time the IPO will be there in 2033, our valuation would have, our own investment would have given us 40x returns in just what span of 13 years. Wellness Forever, similarly, it would be almost 30x by the time next year when it hits the IPO. There are a lot of other investments where we have exited from various investments that we have done. There are few people who are sitting in this auditorium where we have also invested, and where we also made money. And some investments we are still holding, and we are still bullish about this thing. As Mastermind, what do we do? So we are helping SMEs, in building their net worth, growing their business, equity placement, business advisory, debt syndication, merger and acquisition strategy that they want. We are also offering shared CFO services because SMEs cannot hire a full-fledged CFO. It is costly. A good CFO will cost you 30-40 lakh rupees, 50 lakh rupees. We offer these services as shared CFO services where you can approach us for your need. We are there to help you. With this background, we have initiated this fund called Mastermind JPIN SME Growth Fund. You would be wondering what is JPIN. So that Mukesh has already introduced Nayan Gala. He will also come here. He will explain you what JPIN also does. But then the whole idea was, we have realized that 25 लाख, 50 लाख, 1 करोड़ रुपया डालने वाले हैं ना, छोटे बिजनेसेस में बहुत लोग हैं. वो और ये हम जो बोलते हैं ना, स्टार्टअप फंडिंग के लिए भी बहुत लोग हैं. लेकिन people who have reached 30, 40, 50 crores of top line, their need is not that 50 lakhs and 1 crore. That between, and then there are a lot of people who are ready to put in 50 crores and above. There are a lot of funds. 50 crore, 200 crore, 500 crore डालने वाले बहुत लोग हैं. There is a gap of specific focused funding into SME as equity. There is a gap between the size of 5 to 20 crores or 25 crores. बहुत कम structured players are there who are ready to put in money, and that is where we decided to pitch in. I met Nayan a few years back, and then we decided to join hands together. What are we doing? We are a SEBI registered category 1 alternate investment fund, which we call it AIF. Fund size is going to be 100 plus 50. There is 150 crores of fund we are going to raise. We are raising. We have almost reaching at a milestone there. We have already raised a lot of money. A lot of people from this group also who are our friends have also committed certain monies. They have put in monies. SME focused, industry agnostic. We are saying that we are not restricting ourselves to any particular industry. It has to be SME. Only at the moment, we are not looking at real estate. That's the only this thing. Otherwise, any other industry we can look at. We are going to invest in unlisted companies seeking transformational growth capital. We are saying transformational growth capital means if you say that you are going to grow 10% every year, 15% every year, we are not there. For that, debt is available. Please take debt. Because always equity is costlier than debt. Let us all remember. If you tell us that you want to repay debt and take equity, you take equity for repaying your debt, then please don't do that. I would advise you not to do that, because if you cannot sustain debt at 8% or 12% or 15%, then you will never be able to sustain equity, which is much more costlier. Finance as an option. Ticket size, we are going to invest, as I said, 5 crores to 20 crores in any company. We are only criteria for us. I will come to that. I will come to what criteria we have. This is a background of the main sponsors who themselves are putting in money. Myself, my introduction you already have. Dhruv Mehta is part of a very large mutual fund advisory group called Sapient Advisors. They have asset under management of more than 10,500 crores, which they are managing funds of high net worth individuals and corporates. He is the chairman of that group. Kamal Johri, as I said, is the promoter of Noble Hygiene, what I told you of the diaper company. From an investee company, now he has become a sponsor to this fund. He himself is putting money into this fund and he is backing this fund. Parmeshwaran, of course, is my partner in Mastermind for last 27 years. We are together. With us, we have, because Nayan is sitting in London, he could not be part of sponsor team. So Nayan and Gaurav, they are part of the JPI and London team who are sitting on the board. They are bringing in money. They are sitting on the board as advisors. Kamlesh Gangar, of course, again, he is part of the JPI and India team. He heads that team here. And there is a Rakesh Garg who is also well experienced in private equity investing and other things. They are on the advisory board with us. These are our other team members, chartered accountants, cost accountants, you can say company secretaries and rich experience MBA finance and all those people who are going to be managing these funds, managing the companies that we are talking about, because it is a very close connect that we need to have with every company that we invest. So this is also the extended team from the JPIN side. We are all working together for this fund. What is our investment philosophy? So we are growing any company which has a growing market with scalable business model. If you are saying that, as I said, 10%, 15% grow hone wala hai, we are not. I believe most of you are aligned to the thought of your president, Kirit Bhai, saying that 10x growth karna hai. So 10x growth karna hai, so this is where many of you, if you qualify, we will definitely be ready to look at you, where we could potentially, you could be one of our investee companies. We are looking at experienced and visionary management team. We are looking at significant niche in competitive market. There has to be some niche. Like adult diapers, they were the largest brand in adult diapers in 12 years back. Even today, they command 49% market share in the country. They are the number one brand even today after 12 years. And impact investing, that means the investment that we make, you should be able to raise some debt also out of that, because if you are raising to put in 10 crores, another 20 crores you can raise debt. That 30 crores, that big impact should be there in growing your business to multifold. So we are looking at businesses with at least 30-40 crores of top line, profitable and likely to grow from here 5 times, 10 times, whatever we are talking about. There is a differentiator. I will not go into that. We help all these companies very closely in offering various services or multiple, subsequent round of funding, subsequent round of. So it is not stopping at one level, as you saw in the earlier 2 examples. At various levels, money had to be raised. We have supported them at each stages. As an investment, every time we have got an opportunity as an investor to exit at various stages. So प्राइवेट इक्विटी इन्वेस्टर जो आता है वो मैरिड फॉर लाइफ नहीं है. They want to exit at a certain particular point of time after 3 years, 5 years, 4 years, and which is where we come in. I'll finish in 5 minutes. So various services we have. What is our proposition today here? 2 things. What I said, our target investment criteria, company with top line of at least 30 crores, profitable and scalable, potential growth in the market, equity investment requirement of 5 to 20 crores. If you are fitting into that bracket, you can approach us. We are happy to look at your proposals. If it fits into the various criteria that we have, we will be happy to be part of your growth story and see that you also grow to a multifold size. Another option, another proposition that we have is, if you want to be part of this fund where you have seen the type of growth that you have seen, if you see all other companies in 20 companies that we have done, most of them have given us return of 8x, 10x, 15x, 20x over a period of, at 5 years, 7 years, 10 years that we have remained invested. So as a SEBI regulation, anyone wants to be part of this fund, minimum amount of investment is 1 crore. Not entire 1 crore has to be paid up front. 40 lakhs is what we are collecting upfront. Balance 60 lakhs, 60% of the fund, we will be collecting in stages as we keep identify companies to invest. So it will be in a period of next 15 to 18 months where we will be calling that money in different installments of 2 or 3 installments. Investor type can be any individual can invest. Non-individual, that is a private limited company can invest, an LLP can invest, a resident can invest, a non-resident can invest, even a foreign national can invest. So that's the beauty of this product. Target return, I am saying here on this 4 to 5x in 5 years, but whole idea is that if you are looking at target companies which are going to grow 5 times in 5 years, if the company grows 5 times, the valuation definitely will go at least 7 to 8 times. And that's the type of returns that we are trying to look out of this investment that we are going to make. With this, I would want to call Nayan Gala here. He has been part of the structure. He is going to have 2 slides only, so Kirit Bhai will take just 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes that he will just want to explain what JPIN is doing worldwide. You want to take that here?
Hello? Yeah, can you hear me? Okay. So yeah, pleasure to be here in front of everyone. So I was not intending to speak today. It is just that I'm visiting from London, so I have the fortune to speak to everyone. So while I was coming in the car today, I was actually a bit nervous because I have not spoken in Kutchi for a long time. So I thought that when we are here, मुझे कच्ची में बोलने कब दो, तो I was a bit worried, to be honest, कि कच्ची में बोलेला करे ने पूरो मुझे अगर कीपन बोलना है तो कहते बोल दो. But fortunately, people before me have spoken in English, so I'm going to keep it short because I know that we are pressed for time. I think I'm not going to talk a lot about equity or debt because I think Manish and the previous speakers have spoken a lot about the benefit of both equity and debt. What I want to give you is the global vision. So JPIN, if you have heard of companies like JP Morgan, if you have heard of companies like HSBC, Rothschild, they are multi-trillion dollar businesses which are headquartered out of UK and Americas. But there is not a single Indian company or Indian origin founders who are global investment banks. So when I was introduced here, the vision that we have is to be the world's largest investment bank and by Indian founders. And that is what we are working towards. And the whole idea is that when I studied, so my father is here, Lakshmi Chand Gala. And, when I went, he comes from the real estate background. So when I went to study in London 15 years ago, I saw the London market. And in London, there is no, there is absolutely crazy capital. When we talk over here, we are talking about 5 crores, 10 crores, 15 crores. Over there, people are talking about thousands of crores, right? And it is crazy money. So when I felt that, when we are here, we are thinking very small, So what I just want to pass on to you guys is that, don't think small, think very big. Because only when you think big, you will become very big, right? So this is the message I just wanted to pass on. Obviously, as a business in JPIN, we have got shareholders like from our Kutchi community, Ashok Bhai is part of JPIN. We have got on our advisory board, we have people like Lakshmi Mittal Family Office, which is one of the largest top 20 family offices of the world, who are part of our businesses. So we have got multiple, so you have invested into India in 40 plus businesses since last many years. So again, when you do have our details and you will be interacting with us. So I don't want to tell you a lot about us. The only message I want to give you all is that there is a lot of capital available in the market, both debt and equity. Please think big, and the growth potential is huge. India, when people, I'm talking from a global market perspective, no one spoke about India. So when I used to go and speak to investors in the European market, everyone said, India, no, we don't want to talk about India because India खाली ख्वाब दिखाता है, लेकिन कुछ है नहीं India में, right? And the whole BRIC nation acronyms and all that's been going on for 20 years. But अब क्या हुआ है कि जब से नरेंद्र मोदी government has come in from last 10 years, we can see transformation and people are really wanting to look at India. So China, people are not talking about anymore. The next biggest growth is India. India is becoming the largest, superpower, and it has already surpassed UK as well as an economy, right? So all over here who are entrepreneurs as well as investors, the data has come in, the power of data is here, the power of finance is here now. So, please reach out to all of us. We are here to support you to support you guys in growing your businesses and also growing your investments. Thank you.
So I just wanted to show you that last slide. I don't know whether it is there. It is not just a thank you slide. It's a cocoon to butterfly. Why the slide is there, that we want the SMEs in India to come out as a butterfly and grow and fly very high. That's the message that I wanted to pass on from here. Thank you for giving us time for a
Thank you, Manish. That was an excellent presentation on non-repayable capital.
non-repayable capital. So coming to that, good point that he said just now, non-repayable, that doesn't mean that these investors are there for permanent, but most of the time, the exit mechanism for these investors is getting another investor or an IPO or some other method. So you don't have to really worry about what you are going to pay them. You only keep concentrating on growing your business, they will find their own exit.
Thanks, Manish. I'll now call upon our immediate past president, Philip Shah, to felicitate Manish.
Thank you so much.